Welcome back to Seed Tarot. Welcome, water signs, to the reading. This is for Cancer, Scorpio, and Pisces. Cancer, Scorpio, and Pisces. Welcome to your reading. We're going to take a look into your energy. We're going to look at your career and your finances. And the way that we're going to do that is we're going to look at all 12 houses. Okay, astrological planetary influences using the tarot. I will clarify your 3rd house and your 10th house. Okay, so how you're communicating. All right, how you're sharing your career, how you're interacting with the collective, where your motivation is coming from. There are just so many different thoughts and emotions coming towards me energetically right now. For many of you, it's just as many of you are just really just kind of in your thoughts lately and not quite being able to be as successful as you can be. And it's the energy of it's like once you're able to process your emotions and process your thoughts and really work through some personal issues, it's like then finally things seem to go better with your career, with your money, and your energy levels. Just things seem to change a little bit in those areas. How interesting. All right. Let's dive right in. Heavy energy, heavy energy. So your 1st house has to do with yourself, the self, your life, the state of you at the present moment. Many of you have taken some serious risks, okay? And then others of you are stepping forward in something with a leap of faith. It's like you don't know too much about a job. It's like starting a new job or starting a new career. Like you recently moved, or you recently relocated, or you recently invested in something. This is like you're in a new energy as well. Okay. Your 2nd house, which it rules your possessions, you have 8 of Cups here. Many of you are either donating, giving away, selling some of the things that you own. And of course, we have cups, right? We're doing water signs here, so we'll probably see lots of cups. You have emotional attachments to some of your possessions. Not all of them, but some of them you do. And you're going to be letting go of a lot of them in pursuit of some other things that you truly want. Like I said, we're going to get lots of cups, okay? Synchronicity, resonance is just so beautiful, the way it comes together in reading sometimes. Ace of Cups, you are overflowing with emotion about some new opportunity, okay? In terms of being able to share something, share your life, share your finances, share your resources, share knowledge, share information, or someone is sharing with you, okay? Your 3rd house. This is your 3rd house, communication. The way that you communicate, this confirmation, just verifying the fact that you are, very deep in your emotions when it comes to your communication. Your 4th house, which has to do with family and home. You have a 10 of Wands here. There's just energy of you're taking on a new responsibility. For some of you, you may be having a new family member in your life. So someone may be expecting, or this is happening in the future. A new addition to the family. This is also about just maybe being a little bit overwhelmed in your family or your home life. It's like the energy of also maybe carrying a lot of things on your shoulders. Okay. Your fifth house, which has to do with entertainment and children and just like living life to the fullest, the pleasures in your life. You have Three of Cups, which is the lovely card reflecting this positive, celebratory, just happy friendship, type of energy here. A specific message here. Someone did lose a friend recently, and there's one aspect of that it's not feeling too great, but for a majority of you, it's a very like happy energy there. For your sixth house, which has to do with work and your health. Okay, so we have Two of Pentacles. You're really trying to balance your work life with your health. I'm getting this like scenario here where it's almost like you feel like you have to come up with some you're going to have to come up with some better solutions of how to integrate, doctor's appointments or dentist appointments or even appointments like for yourself, like hair or nails or massage or doing something for your health related, maybe even going to the gym, like trying to bring the time into balance with your work life or your schedule here. Your seventh house, which has to do with relationships. Ace of Wands is saying there's lots of passion. Some of you, it is an ace. Okay, so it may be new. Some of you may be in a new relationship or in a new stage of your relationship. Okay. And some of you have a new relationship coming towards you with the Ace of Wands. Your eighth house, which is about your karma. It's about transformation. It's about rebirth. You have 10 of Pentacles here. So some of you are going to be getting a major karmic payout. It's like many of you have just really done so much to help others, and that effort is going to come back to you tenfold. Right as I say tenfold, for your ninth house, which has to do with learning, it's about expansion, it's about spiritual development. Your ninth house is also about travel. Okay, so any card with a background has to do with the spirit world or the dream world here. And we do have Nine of Swords, so someone's actually literally laying in bed here. So there's some travel or spiritual travel going on in the dream world for you. Okay, Scorpio, Cancer, Pisces. And some of you may be having nightmares, or you may be having them in the future. And those nightmares are going to be kind of regarding travel. It's about like having, maybe you're probably going to have a dream about having like getting on a plane and it not going so well, or getting in a car and traveling and not going so well. Okay, or you may have a spiritual encounter in a dream and be a little bit like either sad or scared or confused about it. There's a specific message about learning to expand your thoughts, okay? And I'm also seeing like in the 3D physical world, your physical body, someone's either had, will have, or been having headaches here because of your schedule. And it's like you're really trying to put the pieces together in your life right now to get balance. And it's a little bit challenging because many of you, flat out, you're just really not getting enough sleep. And there's a message here. So Nine of Swords, 9 o'clock, that might be significant for you. Okay, so that might be a good time for you to go to bed, or it might be a suggestion, to start waking up at 9 o'clock if you can, sleeping in till 9 o'clock on the weekends if you can, or on a day off. Okay, let's take a look at your career, your 10th house. Wow, you have Two of Wands. So like I said, for some of you, you really are starting a whole new career, a whole new path. It's like working for a new company, but you don't know too much about it. You don't have all the knowledge that you need. You're inexperienced in some ways. For others of you, it's like you're looking at new opportunities, maybe considering leaving a current job to pursue another one, maybe because you want to make more money or you want to have more responsibility. It's the energy of like, you could be a manager or a boss of where you currently work. Like maybe you could be doing retail or you're in, it really doesn't matter, politics, art, healthcare, it really doesn't matter, but you know that you could be in charge. You could be in charge of running things. And it's the energy of like, and now you're starting to kind of look and see what's out there in the world. It's like holding the world in your hands and seeing what your other options are regarding that. Your 11th house, which has to do with messages from spirit, your soul tribe, messages from your guide. Do you have the Hangman? This is major arcana. There is a message about sacrifice here, okay? And being enlightened regarding just almost kind of like sacrificing yourself. It's like the energy of being put on display or being made an example of. Okay, so many of you may be recognized in the near future because you've gone above and beyond for your company or for an organization or for someone else. Like you've really just put yourself out there and you've sacrificed your own wishes, your own desires, your own needs in pursuit of helping a mission or something else. And there's a message from your guides about the fact that you're going to be blessed for that. Your 12th house. So this is a card, death card is a card of Scorpio in the astrology. And this is for your 12th house rules miracles, healing, and luck. Interesting. So there's a message here regarding thinking that something is like dead or thinking that something is like no longer revivable in some aspect. It's like you had an idea before. It's like you had a business idea or you were going on a journey or venturing out to try something new. And you thought that it was over. You thought that that idea was just dead. Like there was no coming back from it. You invested a lot of money, maybe lost some money, lost time, lost friends, or just lost interest. It's like, but this is the energy of saying like, this is a major transformation. Death card represents traveling through spiritual worlds as well. So many of you may have the ability to heal others. If you're not aware of it, I'm telling you now, you have this gift, you have this ability to do it. And you haven't, some of you are aware and some of you really just haven't developed it or haven't been working on it. But as luck would have it, okay, 12th house rules your luck. You're going to have a chance opportunity to start some sort of apprenticeship, like start learning about these spiritual gifts and these abilities that you have. And you're going to be able to heal others. Very, very interesting. Let's clarify your third house. Third house, how you're communicating. You have King of Wands here. Passion. Knight of Wands. Passion. Okay, you are obviously connected energetically to a fire sign, or you have fire in your chart as well. Knight of Wands and King of Wands is saying that when it comes to the past, I'm getting, because they're facing towards the west, there's a lot of like deep desires and deep passions about something. There's something you were really into before that you haven't gotten back to. And I want to say regarding your finances and your career, there's some past passion that you have. It may be worth looking back into and starting it back up again, because it can provide you like this, like a cup that's overflowing. Could be overflowing with anything really, but In this reading, it's telling us you're overflowing with wealth here because something that you're passionate about, you just so happen to be good at, and you're lucky because I will tell you, there are some people who they really love doing something, they're really passionate about it, but they're not good at it enough to make lots of money doing it, let's say. Well, you are in a situation where there's something that you used to do in the past that you were really good at and you enjoy doing. It made you happy, something, a passion of yours or a hobby that was like a passion. If you get back into it, there's a message here about like being able to be really successful with that passion. Let's clarify your 10th house, career. Woo! I did say there is some you're starting, and some of you, I did say some of you are starting a new job. You don't have too much information about it. You're still like getting to know people at your workplace, your new workplace. And then others of you are looking towards maybe leaving a job to go towards something else. I need to tell you, this is your clarifier card. You're going to be shocked when you realize like how much more money you could be making if you do take a higher level management position, right? There's also like this insane realization that you're gonna have that like there's maybe a company or a job that you've always thought of, like you always like your dream job, whatever it is. People are like jumping out of it, like people are leaving it, like, and that I'm seeing here that people are there are vacancies in this dream job, and it's going to be very shocking to you when you realize that there's a position open for your dream job. It's like you've always thought of being a boss or a bigger boss if you are a boss, like being even like in a higher, like this person is like right on top of a tower, right? So their vantage point is like looking down, and then they also have the world in their hands. It's really going to be very shocking to you when you realize this. And then others of you, like I said, those of you starting a new job, and this is starting to slowly realize that it's a little bit chaotic in this new job. Like you went into this job thinking that maybe that it was going to bring a lot more stability and comfort, and it was going to be a little bit better for your schedule, but you may be coming to a realization that, holy crap, like this place has a lot of issues. Okay, regarding your career, Scorpio, Cancer, Pisces, this is the energy of like finding so many things wrong with a place that you work with. Like this place is all jacked up. But you have the ability to make changes and to really improve things, I need to say, and tell you that there's going to be an opportunity for you to shine in that aspect if you're up for the job of fixing things. All right, so we'll pull, this is going to be your bonus. Okay, so your bonus oracle reading. I'm going to pull 3 cards. One for Cancer, one for Scorpio, and one for Pisces. Spirits, guides, universe, divine, provide us the highest messages for our highest good for Cancer, Scorpio, and Pisces. One more. Wonderful. Cancer, you have spring. Scorpio, you have autumn. Pisces, you have seer. And for all 3 of you, you have mountains. Stand your ground. Okay, so Cancer. Some of the things that you started up, or some of the things that you started doing or investing in the springtime, are going to pay dividends in the summer. Also, there is this message here about next spring. So this time next year, or next year in the springtime, you're gonna see some growth and so I want to say there's going to be kind of a slow progression in terms of like growing your finances, a slow progression in your personal growth, or your increasing your ability to increasing your skills, your competency, and your development. Scorpio, you have autumn. Okay, I want to say it's the same message, but for the season of autumn, but also release the old and rest. There's a message here for you, Scorpio, about learning to really relax and cultivate peace in your life. Okay, you've been doing a lot. You've been doing too much, I need to tell you. You've been doing the most, and you need to take time to relax. Pisces, you have seer, seeing beyond a current situation. Many of you have like psychic abilities, Pisces. And you're able to foresee intuitively a lot of things, but there's something that you're not able to see because you're not looking at it from a certain perspective. This is like something that it's like you can't see it with your third eye. You can't even see it with your own two eyes. There's something you're just not seeing because you're not in that person's shoes. So there's someone that you may be in business with or thinking about going into business with. You're energetically involved with someone that there's something that you're not seeing, okay? And you're not seeing it because you're not thinking about being in their shoes. And I want to say there's some clouded judgment here. You are normally able to be very empathetic. It's easy for you. If you really wanted to, you could easily walk a mile in anyone's shoes just by thinking about it deeply. But I want to say there's some emotional aspect. There was maybe a disagreement or a conflict that you had, and so now it's clouded your ability to put yourself in their shoes. And so if you want to resolve things, or if you want to make the most and benefit out of the situation, you have to rely less on your third eye or your psychic abilities and just rely more on just getting back to your empath self, that side of you that can really be more in tune with how someone else might be feeling. Okay. Interesting. Okay. That is what I have for you, Pisces. If you're interested in love readings, I do have those, so check that out. The videos are available in almost all of the playlists that I have. I hope you found this to be helpful. Be blessed and be well.